Testing. Oh, boleh echo. Boleh.
Itu dah.
Siapa kata lagi? Ini, udah. Oh, ini. Halo, Assalamualaikum.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Kila.
Gila. Mana gila?
Kila.
Mana bau tu? Dia TV. Dia.
Kila. Cik Iwan. Syah.
Cakap ya.
Yes, Assalamualaikum and good morning to everyone. My name is Nunadi.
Dia tak ada.
Assalamualaikum Cik Salamuddin.
Waalaikumsalam.
Internet connection okey tak? Ada
So far okey ni. Boleh dengar clear tak? Clear,
boleh.
Okey, right.
Okay. Alright. So nanti kita akan proceed dengan opening speech dulu ya.
Okey, right.
Alright.
Assalamualaikum and good morning to everyone. My name is Nunadi Baina bin Jatul Razak and I will be the speaker for today. Today we will have an interview with Mr. Salamuddin bin Ismail as an engineer instrumentation trainer, and we will ask some of the questions about our industry field, which is petroleum engineering, operation and safety. Before we start, I would like to start by thanking to Mr. Salamuddin for making the time to speak with us.
Okay. Sorry. What is the topic actually? What is the objective of the interview? What is the objective of this interview?
Right. So I would like to explain about that part. So the first objective of this interview is to discover more about the categories of the oil that are found worldwide. And the second one is to find out the factors that can fluctuate the price of the gasoline. And the third objective would be to know about regarding the most challenging situation that are available in the industry currently.
So sorry, this interview is concerned on the safety or what? I understand that you are in the safety faculty, isn't it?
Yes, we are actually in the operation and safety.
So when I look at your question, did not go directly to term of safety. I have reviewed last night. In terms of your question, is not go directly to safety. I think better you
Focus more on safety and operation.
focus more on safety.
I see. Okay. So before we start about our interview, right? Is it okay if I so do you want to actually us to ask a new set of questions instead of the questions that are related to the categories of the oil fund
Yeah, yeah.
worldwide?
Have you share it with your lecturer? Your
Yes, I already.
already.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
Okay, so
Okay, no problem.
is it all
Okay,
right? So
no
can
problem.
okay, so can I start with the first question?
Okay. Let's proceed.
Okay, all right. So may I know what are the standard set of safety procedures that are usually done in the current industry, in the oil and gas industry currently?
Standard. We have a ROSHA,
Mm-hmm.
1994. Yeah, then that one we follow that one, the regulation, the procedure, oil and gas industry act. Then we follow that regulation lah in Malaysia.
I see. So is it possible for me to know about what are the steps that your company have actually put into measures, have actually put in place to prevent, to reduce the level of accidents that actually happens in the industry?
Okay. Actually, we have a SOP, safety operation procedure. Then how we manage it, we remember. Do you remember that 5 steps in reducing the risk, the hazards? You have learned.
Yeah, I actually.
Engineering, okay, the management. So we follow that one lah.
So apart from the theoretical steps, I mean the theoretical preventive measures that I've actually learned in the syllabus, right? Is there any other additional preventive measures that have actually yet I mean the new ones, such as to combat with the COVID-19, the spread of the COVID-19, right? So apart from using sanitizers and wearing a face mask, is there any other additional preventive measures that have been put in place?
Okay, you mean for the COVID-19 measure?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, you follow the regulation, the law, the instruction from government lah. We work from home and a shift, a shift, and that's it. Because when plant running, then we need the power supply, the man work in the plant lah, and then we have to work on shift.
All right. Okay. So apart from that, may I know, let's take a look at I believe in the oil and gas industry, it involves plenty of gas hazards that your team members are usually exposed to, right? So may I know what are the types of gas hazards that your team members are usually exposed to?
Okay, nowadays we are working more in petrochemical industry. Okay. May I give you recommendation to add syllabus in your learning lah, in your part of your learning. You have to learn some or a little bit on organic chemical or kimia organic lah when I learn it UTM. last time, because nowadays we have to deal many types of gas. At the peak there, we have the propylene oxide, ethylene oxide, ammonia, many gas. So H2S, you know.
Yes.
So so that's why for safety better you add some more chemical technology or chemical organic chemical, so that you can know more about hazard. Okay.
I see. Okay. So, I believe that the use of a portable gas detector is actually a critical of piece of equipment that is meant to save lives, right? So, may I know how do you ensure that your gas detectors in the workplace actually functions properly?
Okay, actually, for the gas detector, we have to test it or do the calibration on that particular uh, gas detector lah before we use in the plant. We do the calibration, we check it before we use. Usually, by 1 year, we have to set it. After 1 year lah.
Oh, so there's a certain period in which we need to ensure
Yes,
about the
yes,
oh,
correct.
I see. So okay, there's
But
a certain
the meantime, by 3 months, we also check lah, because we want to ensure it will function properly.
I see. Okay, so apart from risks associated with the safety of the workers, right? There's also, I believe, there's also other type of risks that are faced by the oil and gas companies, such as the cyber risk, the financial risk, the supply and demand risk, as well as the environmental risk. So, but we would like to focus more on the safety risk. So, can you tell us a little bit about some of the risks that are involved in the oil and gas industry?
When we are dealing with the flammable gas, see, methane, ethane, propane, butane, pentane, hexane, or whatsoever. First, we have to remember about the explosion, the fire. So that is the risk in the oil and gas. The noise also, the hot surface. So in oil and gas, we have to face many hazards. Not only for the flammable gas, poisonous gas. Yeah.
Okay, so the next question would be, may I know about some of the social and legal obligation that your company has taken? I mean, the steps that they have taken to provide a safe working environment for your workers, the officers?
Okay. We have the SOP.
Mhm.
And when we build the plant, okay, okay, we design the plant. We have to consider the safety, safety. Even in the plant, we have the many gas detectors, not portable one. The I mean, they put there at the side, and then we have to consider how much the gas detector required, how much, where it must be located. So first, there is first thing lah. When we do the design, we have to study the hazards. I mean, where when the fire occurs, where we must put the fire detectors. So we have to study on that lah.
I see. So, I'm sure in your companies, right, that they actually have a type of safety program that they actually introduce to the new workers. Can you elaborate more on the safety programs?
Okay. For the new workers, let's say we have to do the grounding program. We call the grounding program. technical grounding program where we will tell them, explain to them what are the some knowledge on the plant, on process. Okay, some knowledge on technical, let's say electrical, instrument, mechanical, rotating, static. Okay, and then we have to give them the safety induction.
So, okay, so the last question for this, actually in this particular interview, right, we have three themes. So the first theme will be about the operation and safety. So the last question for this theme is that, may I know about the duties of a safety officer? I mean, what are the tasks that needs to be done by safety officers in the workplace? But apart from, you know, just the general task of ensuring the safety of everyone else. So apart from that, what are the side duties of a safety officer?
Okay. For the safety officers, even I'm not in the safety department lah, they have to do the permit audit to ensure they do the right thing, right job, at right place, and with the safety manner lah. They will check all the PPE, all document enough or not to do that job, that particular job, or isolation have done, and then give some briefing to the workers, and collect the data lah. Let's say UCU Act. You know UCU Act?
No, I'm not sure.
Hazard hunt. Okay, so they also manage the meeting lah. You know what is the function of the safety officer?
No, I'm not sure. I'm not quite sure about that.
Okay. Okay, the function, one of the function of safety officer is to advise the employer what are the requirement in the plant at the site. Okay, you have to know to get more detail on that one lah, because you are in the HSC, isn't it?
That's right.
Okay. Because last time when I study in UKM, they tell more about that lah, how to manage the safety at the workplace. Because previously I'm graduated in Master of Industrial Management at UKM last time. But I'm working with the system. Yeah.
All right. So we will proceed with the next theme, which is about the process. So the first question about this theme, right? Is that how is the we are actually curious about how is the refinery process of the crude oil that actually done. Of course, we have actually learned in our syllabus just an overview about it, but we would like to know more about the entire refinery process of the crude oil. So could you perhaps tell us a little bit more about that?
Okay, crude oil who has come from the offshore. Okay, a platform there. Okay, we start from the drilling lah. We drill, goes to the platform. They segregate the water and some contaminant, and they pump it, okay, to terminal lah. Go to terminal. The oil goes to the terminal. Like in Terengganu, we have the Terengganu crude oil terminal. Okay, and then from that terminal, again we remove the impurities. We remove the usually the water lah. We remove the water and then we pump it to Terengganu refinery, and then at the refinery we heat up, okay, and then we have many equipment like the boiler, whatever, okay, and then we goes to distillation tower. We call crude distillation tower. In that particular equipment, we have a tray inside, okay, and then we segregate it. Kerosene, naphtha, tar at the bottom, okay, from that particular equipment, distillation tower, and when we can get that product lah.
So that's the final product of the crude
Yeah,
oil.
yeah, good.
Okay, so in your personal experience, like based on your years of experience in the oil and gas industry, so in your personal opinion, what is the best method of oil and gas exploration?
I'm not the drilling man, so I cannot answer. Honestly, I cannot answer your question lah. That one I cannot answer. What is the best method? But as I know, there are three method. There are three method in exploration. Exploration, we have three method. We have the seismographic methods, gravity and magnetic surveying, and surface methods lah. We have three methods of oil and gas exploration. But I believe that it depends on the geographical condition lah. But I'm not sure I can give you the exact answer lah, because I'm not in the exploration team.
Understand. It's okay. Okay, so I'm actually curious about the type of material that I use, about the piping that is used to transport the crude oil from the oil rig to the onshore processing facilities, right? So actually, what is the material of the pipe that is used?
Material, okay. For the material, usually we use the carbon steel material with coated with primer. We call asphalt tin with gasoline lah. We coated it. We use material carbon steel, but we coated it.
Oh,
Okay. From the platform to to the terminal lah. From offshore to terminal.
all right. So moving on to the next thing will be about the conflicts that are usually faced in the oil and gas industry. So the first main question of these themes would be, what is the most challenging situation that you have faced in this particular industry?
In terms of what?
In terms of safety and operational processes?
Okay. Okay, first we go on safety lah. Last, actually, 1995, I'm not mistaken, 1994. Okay, last 28 years lah. Okay, when I was working with ExxonMobil, I have experience with the fire lah. Okay. During that time, maybe because of the procedure is not very good, and then I got involved with the fire. But lucky, I have the body system. Then when we got the fire, they ready with the water lah, hydrant. So we kick off the fire immediately. That is the condensate fire. Okay.
So, may I know about during the COVID-19 situation, right? We are familiar with the COVID-19 crisis. But then, how does your company actually cope with the COVID-19 crisis to prevent the decline of the level of productivity among the workers?
How do we cope? Okay. Lucky nowadays we have the internet or everything. Then we able to do the job instruction to the mail lah, so that we will not interrupt the business.
So the
Hello?
okay, so the processes has been, I mean, the working has been continued via the online lah, and
Yeah,
alternative.
yeah.
Okay, I see.
So
All right.
should be no problem lah.
Mhm.
But actually, when we're working online, that must be a little bit productivity is a little bit low lah, little bit low, but still move on. No problem with the job. Okay.
All right. So, excuse me. All right. May I know about, is there any type of innovations that are made to overcome some of the problems in the oil and gas industry, apart from the floating platform that we are all familiar with, which is the FPSO Satu, I think, that have been actually made by the Petronas. So, is there any type of innovation that has been made recently in your company?
Innovation in terms of new technology.
Yes, that's right, sir.
We have the AGRU lah, AGRU acid gas removal unit. We have the we call mercury removal unit. Okay. So to remove the mercury. But in terms of the new one, I'm not sure for that one.
All right. So moving on,
Mm.
do you know about some of, yeah, I'm not sure whether you do have this particular type of information, but I just want to double check this one with you. So do you know who actually does all the analysis and the research of the oil and natural gas supply in Malaysia?
So usually that one is done by Petronas. Usually the Petronas is a GLC. Yeah. Government-linked company, not the independent company.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. All right. So it's done by Petronas. All right. So usually, right, in most cases, I would see that there is a lot of a fluctuation in the oil and gas price. There's a fluctuation. There's sometimes up, sometimes it goes down, sometimes it goes back up. So, based on your experience, right, may I know what are the factors that actually decide the retail price of gasoline in Malaysia? Why does it sometimes goes up? Why sometimes it goes down?
That one is depend on the what we call the simple thing. That one is a very simple thing. When the supply more on the market, and then the price will go down. Okay. So when the shortage of supply, like we have a war, they create a war, and then the price goes up lah. And then the Malaysia government will follow that one. That situation.
So it's entirely based on the level of supply and demand in Malaysia.
Yes.
So
not only in Malaysia, in the world market.
The world market as well. I see. All right. So speaking okay, recently we have seen that actually the Federal Reserve has increased their interest rate, right, which actually which impacts the entire countries in the world. So I'm not sure if you do have the answer to this question, but I'm just going to ask you anyway. So, may I know how does the US dollar actually contribute to the rising of the oil and gas prices?
Okay. Not the US dollar. It depends to the supply in the world market. That's why recently, when the OPEC cut off the production, and then make it the US very angry. They have to 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 sell their stock to reduce the oil price in the market. You know what I mean? You understand or not?
Perhaps you could enlighten me with some further explanation.
Okay. Now you see, recently, the oil price is very high. Okay, and then what the OPEC do? They increase the production, so more oil in the market, world market, and then the oil will goes down lah. Okay, and then after that, the OPEC increase their production. Lower their production, and then the oil price will go up. See, and then that's why the US, they have to increase their production. They have to sell their stock to make it to make the price lower again. You see, that is the in our ni lah. You have to study about the market or world oil market lah, controlled by OPEC actually.
I see. So I've actually based on some of the lessons that I've actually learned in lectures in my lecture session, right? I totally understand the fact that what I've learned in the lecture room will not be exactly the same as what happened in reality in the workplace. So it would be a totally different thing. So regarding, I actually read about some of the challenges that are faced in the oil rig, for example. The oil rig, right? Some of the oil rigs, if you have not actually built it properly, the waves of the ocean will actually causes the steel the steel platform to actually bend down due to the extreme waves of the ocean. So in real, I'm not sure because I've never been there actually. So in real life, may I know about how does a particular company ensure that that particular thing can be prevented?
Prevent damage or whatever.
The damage of the oil rig by the ocean. Right.
They have to design it proper lah. Proper. We have jack-up rig as an example lah. Last time the Petronas also have the jack-up rig. Parameswara, they have design it properly to ensure they can face the harsh environment at the offshore there in terms of design.
So it all comes down to the design. I see. Yeah. Okay, so for the final, we have actually come to the end of our interview session. So the final question of this interview would be, we just want to know about what are the best and worst working experiences that you ever had with the company that you currently work for. What are the best and the worst working experiences?
Okay. Because I'm working with the capability, to build the capabilities of the workers there. I'm a trainer. So, you see, nowadays, what I face nowadays, the young generation, you see, generation X or Y, Y, Z, I don't know lah. Maybe generation Z, they're not able to work hard with harsh condition. I think that is the difference because I joined oil and gas in 1993. During that time, very tough working with the ExxonMobil. Yeah, I do everything from T to T, from turbine, gas turbine to toilet. We do everything. But nowadays, they already segregated the job, like control valve or the control system, the particular person, control valve, field instrument. So during last time when I work, so that one is the reason lah. Bit difficult to build up the capability of the workers nowadays, because I don't know, the way of the thinking maybe different from the previous generation maybe. So please remember that you have to work hard. In oil and gas, you have to work hard. You must take the challenge in whatever condition. Okay, hot environment, windy condition, raining. So you have to face it. Okay. So there is the good one is now we have many media. We have the internet, so easy to us to learn lah. Okay. Internet, whatever. Because last time when I want to I want to get the information, I have to take a big book, find out the information, okay, to study. Nowadays, you can go to Pakcik Google lah, I think.
Yeah, it's already at tip of finger.
So that's it lah. There was one, because when we want to know about the worst, because I'm not just sometimes goes to inside the plant lah. But for your info, previously we had the accident, fertility accident in the plant lah. So 6 people die. So that one is worse. You see, the young workers, like the age like you, 23, 26, suddenly die because of explosion. So that one also the worst lah. So when you are studying in safety, my advice, okay, goes to real situation, because it involves the life. They work properly because your responsibility on that. Okay, and then you have to know also about the process. Okay, okay, that's it.
All right. Okay, so thank you. I would like to thank you for your time for conducting this interview with us in the morning. And I would like to thank you very much for giving us the opportunity to actually discover more about the oil and gas industry in terms of the operation and safety. Yeah. So that being said, I would like to thank you, sir, and have a nice day. Goodbye.
Okay. If you want to know more, you can email me lah. Okay,
Sure.
No problem lah. Okay, anytime you
Okay,
can email me or call me if you want if you need some info or other information. Okay, open to you. No problem. I would like to share with the young generation lah. Because previously I teach the share my knowledge and experience with the lecturer at GTHM lah. I teach them how to do the job in the plant, the proper. So I'm like to share my experience lah.
Sure. We will looking forward to that. But before we end this session, is it possible for us to take a screenshot of the picture so that we'll be able to actually in our
Because
documentation, right?
I'm at home now.
Oh,
Okay. Let me share. I have to share. Okay.
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 Okay, 1, 2, 3.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, thank you.
Thank
Thank you, sir,
you.
for your time.
Okay, apa-apa
Have a nice
nanti
day.
you apa-apa nanti you WhatsApp lah apa nak ada info nanti nak buat tesis ke apa ke.
Okay,
Boleh,
okay.
Boleh je. Okay.
Okay, thank
Right.
you.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay, Assalamualaikum.
Waalaikumsalam.